IVM.
There's a quick survey to fill out on ivmpodcast.com/survey. It lets us know a little bit more about who's listening to us. And you know what? We're going to do a few prizes. So, we'll do a random drawing of maybe 10 people and we'll send you all some swag. Remember, that's ivmpodcast.com/survey where you can fill out the survey.
Hello! Welcome to another awesome episode of IVM Likes. I'm your host, Antariksh and joining me is my new co-host now, Snayhil Aneja. Hey Snayhil, what is up?
Hello. Ab dekh lo, last episode was my debut and this episode.
Yes. You overtaken, yeah? What is this? You've just conquered. Yeah, so basically Zalak has been reassigned from the show. We always love her, always miss her, and she'll be back eventually. And there'll be episodes where Snayhil and Zalak are co-hosting and I'm not around at all. Or there might be episodes with just the three of us and all three are hosting and there's no co-host and there is no guest. That was the most. Welcome, Snayhil. What
Thank you.
do you do, Snayhil, at IVM? Let's ask quickly what.
I am in the production department and I produce shows basically. And now apparently I'm co-hosting this show also.
Yeah, how does it feel, man, to be the host of a podcast?
It's amazing. I told you, last time was the first time I was behind the mic, and it's amazing, this one day journey that I've had from
1 day journey. That's awesome. So I know you basically found some great topics for us for this episode. Did a lot of research, a lot of hard work. And so what can we expect to talk about on this episode? And who do we have as a guest?
Today we have Sparsh as our guest. He's also in the production team.
In production, yes.
Hello, Bolo.
Hello.
So today,
and what are we talking about?
Today we have a lot of fun stuff to talk about. We're going to talk about the Multiverse of Madness, the madness of Multiverse of Madness, and then
can we? So we usually record these intros at the end of the episode. Okay, after recording the entire episode, we record these intros. Okay, so what I would want, because we haven't done this in the episode, before we talk about the Multiverse of Madness, can we all make a prediction as to what the IMDb rating of Multiverse of Madness will be?
Oh, nice.
Okay. Then.
Right now, quickly, can we right now in the intro?
I think
I'll start off.
Okay, you start off.
I'll say it's gonna be an 8.4.
I think it's gonna be 7.6.
I'll stick in the middle. I'll say it's going to be 7.9.
Okay, let's see. So 8.4. 7.6 and 7.9.
What if all of us are wrong?
Well, I don't know. But you're saying wrong that is better or wrong that is worse?
Either it'll be
worse,
too good for the movie or either it'll be too bad for the movie.
I know. Because it's too much hype and if it gets lower than 7 or something, it'll be just disheartening.
Yeah.
That could happen. So yes, we're talking about the Multiverse of Madness. What else?
We're going to talk about RRR. We're going to talk about the most talked about thing right now in the Indian media. That is Ranbir-Alia's wedding. Yes.
Yeah.
And then some fun recommendations. Yes.
Yep, correct. And a lot more. There's some little bit of Moonknight in there, a little bit of the Will Smith Chris Rock issue again.
That's gonna be there for a long while now.
Yeah. And a very unique movie written by John Malkovich coming up after this break. So please stay tuned. We'll be back with Snayhil, Sparsh and myself.
Inflation, fiscal deficit, GDP, MSP, NPA, equity market वगैरह वगैरह। दोस्तों, हमने सारे शब्द टीवी या अखबार में जरूर देखे होंगे या फिर सुने होंगे, पर हम में से कितने लोग हैं जो ये जानते हैं कि इन सब का सीधा प्रभाव पड़ता है हमारी सैलरी पर, हमारे इंक्रीमेंट पर और कमबख्त हमारे खर्चों पर। दोस्तों, मेरा नाम है अभिनव त्रिवेदी और मैं बात कर रहा हूँ इक्का दुक्का इकोनॉमी पॉडकास्ट से, जहाँ पे इस तरह के इकोनॉमिक और फाइनेंशियल टर्म्स को मैं जोड़ूंगा सीधा आपकी जेब से। हर मंगलवार एक नया एपिसोड सुने IVM पॉडकास्ट की वेबसाइट, ऐप या फिर किसी भी अन्य पॉडकास्ट प्लेटफॉर्म पर।
All right, we are back. Snayhil and I are joined by Sparsh. Welcome back, Sparsh. What's happening?
Hello. Everything's good. I had a bad morning because I just had a sleep of 1.5 hours. But now I'm feeling good for some reason. I don't know why.
Normally when people ask how's it going, you just also say it's going fine.
I'm a brutally honest person, Antariksh. I'm sorry.
Okay, fine. Fair enough. Chalo. Thanks for that mild start. And we're going to talk about a lot of fun stuff. Firstly, have you guys watched Moonknight?
I
The
have.
first 2 episodes.
I have not watched Moonlight, but I've been like really
Moonknight, not Moonlight.
Moonlight.
I thought you said
Sorry.
Moonlight.
No, I said
Okay.
Moonlight.
You said Moonlight, right? Okay.
So yeah, I have not watched it, but I've been meaning to. But I've been hearing a lot of good stuff about it. You guys tell me.
Yeah, man.
Amazing है.
Dude, कैसा लगा? हाँ, what do you think?
अब आपने second episode देखा?
मैंने देख लिया.
थोड़ा ऐसा Deadpool feels आया.
Yes, dude. Deadpool feels, yes, and also
That superhero landing.
Exactly, yes. That superhero landing was great. We got a side view of the superhero landing. Normally
Yes.
you get a front view.
Side
Then we
view.
got a side view, which is again very interesting.
Which one do you prefer though? The suit wala Moonknight या दूसरा वाला?
Suit wala, because
Suit wala,
I like
right?
the suit one. It was too slick, dude. Too slick. But I don't know.
swear.
These are mild spoilers. Mild spoilers ahead.
Okay, yeah.
We won't give away plot points, but mild spoilers ahead. The Moonknight show is out. The first 2 episodes of which are out. It's on Disney Plus Hotstar, and I would say go watch it because I think it's just going to develop into a very cool season of a superhero show.
Like float like a
Yeah.
butterfly, sting like a bee. My name is Steven with a V.
But I want to know why are you guys saying like it's sort of it's giving you Deadpool vibes or Deadpool feels? Why is that?
वो देख के ही पता लगेगा bro.
Okay. So there's
Superhero landing is one of
Yeah,
them, firstly.
okay.
And other things also. Also, it's in the Marvel universe, so Deadpool is also. So again, one more added.
So you are saying that all the Marvel cinematic heroes are
Yeah, all of them remind me of Deadpool. Yeah, why not?
what
All
do
remind
you
me of
think?
why isn't still Deadpool in the MCU? still?
Exactly.
Yeah.
मतलब what do you think? Will he be there in the Multiverse of Madness?
He should be,
Multiverse of
but
Madness,
I'm
I'm
not
not
too
sure.
sure, man.
But he's definitely. I know there is a 4th movie in the making in the MCU of Deadpool. So let's see where that goes.
Yeah.
What I've also heard is they are going to be sticking to the R rating, which I hope they do because you
Yeah.
want Deadpool to be dropping his F-bombs as needed.
See, a lot of Marvelism in Deadpool would be bad for the movie, in my opinion. It'll take a lot of
Yeah.
the active effect that it has. Exactly.
That was the skepticism that fans had of the franchise. But these guys, Ryan Reynolds are smart, dude. They're aware, okay, dude, that is a huge selling point for Deadpool.
Yeah.
If you change that, that'll be very stupid. And
Yeah,
unless they're
nobody-
able to come up with like an in-world explanation as to why that's the case, I don't know. That could be fun.
Has there been
So
any
Moon Knight
action
got-
sequence in Moonlight as of now in the 2 episodes?
Yes, there are.
Yes,
like both
yes,
episodes
yes.
have had some action. I would say, right? Yeah, both episodes have had some
कुछ
action.
थोड़ा
The
sprinkles.
first episode was great. So basically, I'll tell you what the show is about.
Okay.
Basically, it's about this guy who thinks, at least, that he has a night walking problem.
Okay.
Okay. Where he'll go to sleep and he'll wake up in crazy places all over town and not know how he got there and what he's doing there.
Okay.
And you realize in the first episode only that no, that's not the case. He actually has a dual personality.
Oh.
Okay. When the main personality is asleep, the other personality is awake and doing the everything that Moon Knight does.
Okay.
So that's the mota premise. It's a very cool, fun Marvel, thoda thriller vibes bhi hai, thriller horror vibes bhi hai.
It keeps you guessing in a lot of ways.
How well do you guys think
Yeah.
is Oscar Isaac fitting into the role?
I think
Fantastic.
perfect.
Great, dude. Maze hi aa gaye, dude. Maze hi aa gaye.
Kill it.
He's one of
So
the
good.
one of my favorite actors who have become a part of the
Really?
MCU family. Exactly, and I've been like really wanting to see what he can do to any particular superhero.
I mean,
that has
really,
been given to us.
he needed some good redemption for a Marvel role.
Yeah, exactly.
Because his previous Apocalypse role was so bad.
Oh, that was
That
so
movie
bad.
was
That
so
was
shit.
so bad.
Oh god, man, that's one. Literally, I feel that the Apocalypse movie is the X-Men Apocalypse, right? That's the one. That's what it's called.
Yeah.
And that's one of the worst Fox X-Men movies, I would say. That and of course Wolverine Origins. But let's not get into that. I was reading some blog post about. No, I was watching a Watch Mojo video. You guys know the channel?
Yeah,
Watch
of course.
Mojo? Okay,
Welcome
of course,
to
everyone
Watch
knows it,
Mojo.
right? Yeah,
Exactly.
yeah, correct. The top 10 list, top 20 list.
Yeah.
And they had some list about top 20 MCU characters that we want to see properly portrayed finally in the MCU. So like basically talking about characters like from other who have had iterations before now, but not great iterations, and now what we want to see in that.
That's a very interesting
now
list, dude.
we want to see them. Yeah, exactly. So Gambit was on the list. I was like, hell yeah, dude, I want to see a good Gambit.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I want to see a good Nightcrawler. Although the original.
So many
X-Men
people from the
movies was
X-Men can be like renewed in a lot different ways and a lot of better ways. I feel that Nightcrawler obviously.
Dude, Have you guys heard the rumor that Daniel Radcliffe might be in the running to be with the next Wolverine?
What? Daniel Radcliffe?
Yeah.
But
so see. I'll tell you what it is. I'll tell you what it is. Okay. Wolverine in the comics is very short.
Yeah.
Okay. Hugh Jackman is very tall, but so it's not exactly a fit. Okay.
See, he also has to like get really buffed up to actually be.
I know, but that too they can do with like bodysuits also. Or
I've heard this rumor.
I don't know how it works.
Yeah, I mean, but the thing has to be portrayed in that way. I mean, Wolverine was also like muscly guy and all that stuff.
See, I've heard this rumor that Multiverse of
true.
Madness mein they're gonna have a new Wolverine.
Yeah, I mean,
they could. And Multiverse of Madness they can do anything. They're getting.
There are a lot of rumors going around with Multiverse of Madness, na?
Yeah. So Patrick's the one that actually blew up the most after the trailer release was Patrick Stewart coming back into the MCU, portraying Charles Xavier.
Which is crazy already.
And
also,
and then he said,
are hoping that's the Illuminati, right?
Yeah. And then he said कि किसी ने मेरी आवाज का mimic अरे oh god dude, why such a bad excuse.
He was like, in today's time people can replicate anyone's voices, so it's just that. I'm like,
I'm not in the movie, someone is replicating my voice, someone is mimicking me. Like okay then.
Takla video.
But I guess in some of the later interviews he has also like accepted it.
Now he has
accepted it.
I mean it's common known knowledge.
But also if Charles Xavier is there, then the other rumor is obviously the confirmation of Illuminati coming into the picture. And if that's happening, then Illuminati consists of
Fantastic Four.
Fantastic Four.
Inhumans.
Yeah, Inhumans. Also Captain Marvel is also part of the Illuminati in the comics.
Captain Marvel maybe she's a temporary part, but not a usual part, because I know it's Doctor Strange, Professor X, Namor, the Mariner, the Submariner, Black Bolt from the Inhumans, and Reed Richards from the Fantastic Four. I think as far as I know, those are the 5 members of the Illuminati.
Yeah, they are. And with that also, because in the trailer you can also see that your Wanda.
There are others.
Yeah, there are others.
Like
Wanda was fighting someone, and the aura, it felt like Captain Marvel kind of an aura. So people are saying.
So in the MCU can change it. Also.
Yeah.
And also there might be instances where Captain Marvel has been a part of the Illuminati.
Yeah.
That's very, very easily possible. But yeah, very excited by the way for Multiverse of Madness. It's gonna be bloody epic, dude. Now though, like, so it's like. Sometimes you see a movie and you can tell it's going to be a bad film. So you're like, I'm not even going to watch it. But the other times you see a movie and you know for sure it's going to be a good film.
Because of Multiverse of Madness,
I know for sure it's going to be a good film.
Because of Multiverse of Madness, I watched WandaVision. I was like, वो समझने के लिए मुझे WandaVision देखना पड़ेगा पहले.
Marvel, dude, their self-promotion is insane.
They're so
insane,
smart. They're so smart.
You have to be in the loop throughout. Also,
exactly.
I do have a question for all of you guys. I mean, for the both of you. Since now that the entire multiverse concept is roaming around MCU a lot, and you can see every movie is trying to get as many people as they can in terms of superheroes, do you think like in the MCU standout movies that relate to a particular superhero is gonna
standalone movies
is gonna be worth it, or people would want to watch that kind of stuff, or would you guys want to watch that kind of stuff?
I will still. See, the thing is, most of us are done with the basic origin story movies. Don't show me those. Show me like if you want to show me origin, show me as part of an already ongoing plot. Don't just show me the origin story.
I don't want to see Uncle Ben dying again.
The same.
As simple as that.
I mean, that's the thank God we didn't. We saw Handmaid's Tale.
Bas, ho gaya.
For me, I'm like, okay, now you've given me a lot of stuff. Now just don't stop. So every movie, 5 superheroes, otherwise I'm not watching it.
But now I think that after...
No, but again, Shang-Chi, right? I went to Shang-Chi with no expectations.
I loved Shang-Chi, dude.
I loved it, dude.
I
haven't watched Shang-Chi.
Shang-Chi was
what
beautiful.
I'm saying, so in Shang-Chi, still you saw Wong for a bit.
Hulk was also there, and Captain Marvel was also there.
I haven't watched it. Don't give me any spoilers, please.
Bruce Banner was there, no?
No.
In the very end.
In Shang-Chi?
Yeah, in the very end. Yeah.
Okay. But no, the other guys there, no.
Abomination.
Abomination is there, yeah.
Wong was fighting.
So you get some other, that's what I'm saying. So what I think will happen till the end of eternity now for Marvel movies is every show, every movie, you'll see cameos from other characters, whether they're major characters or minor characters, it will remain to be seen. Like Hawkeye देखा तुम लोग ने?
देखना है
तुमने देखा?
I've seen Hawkeye.
अच्छा, spoiler alert.
तो क्या करूं अब? कान कैसे बंद करूंगा इसमें?
A very cool character from Daredevil makes an appearance. From Daredevil, the TV show, makes an appearance on Hawkeye. So again, that's a very cool moment when that happens, by the way.
But do you think if Marvel goes with standalone movies now, will they work?
I think so.
I think it'll work. Yeah. Marvel can make. So firstly, I think Marvel can make anything work at this point because there's so much hype about every project of theirs, and they have figured out how to manufacture hype. Like properly.
Yeah, exactly.
They figured it out.
And you actually had a good point that even if it's a standalone movie, you can actually have scenes involving a couple of other superheroes, just like what happened with Shang-Chi. And I guess that should be sufficient enough because they are anyways going to put that into the trailer. People will be eventually be.
Also, I think that's what Professor X is, if I'm not wrong, would be that would be his role in Multiverse of Madness. Man, he would just be like 1 or 2 scenes max.
Also, one of the problematic stuff that I find with Multiverse of Madness is that there are rumors going on that it's only 2 hours long. How the can that be possible?
I actually like that.
Uska first cut was 3 hours long, by the way.
No. So I understood this. I understood what it was. Someone, I was watching some review of the trailer or something, and they were saying, and they had a very good point. So basically, if you think about it, Spider-Man was like, close to 3 hours. Right?
Yeah.
And Multiverse of Madness is 2 hours. Basically, why? It's because Spider-Man, basically a lot of the movie goes into how he's dealing with his identity being shown and his school days, going to school, and them having a shrine in school for him and all that, etc., right? Then his relationship with MJ. Multiverse of Madness will hit the ground running. Okay. So you'll get basically the action. You're getting, so basically it's supposed to be like a thriller, right?
Yeah.
So you get just the action part. You won't get the pre part of it much. You won't, maybe the post of it, maybe you get, but the pre of it, you won't much.
मतलब इतना build up नहीं है, it's directly,
you won't need
directly into the, whoa.
Yeah.
It's
true,
but
makes sense to me.
It makes sense, no doubt. But still, I mean, they have shown a lot in the trailer. So to wrap that up,
again,
to cater to everything
Marvel
and
is so
justify.
good.
Yeah.
But to wrap that up effectively in 2 hours would be really interesting to see.
Like, do you remember जब पहले मल्टीवर्स ऑफ मैडनेस का पोस्टर आया था, सो उसके हर वो ऊपर जो कांच टूट रहा है फॉर दैट मैटर, उसमें हर सुपर हीरो की फिगर को लोग डिकोड करने का ट्राई कर रहे थे कि इसके अंदर ये भी होगा, उसके अंदर वो भी होगा, वो भी होगा, और उसकी डिकोडिंग में 5-6 सुपर हीरोज तो आ गए थे. एंड मतलब टू केटर टू ऑल ऑफ दीज इन लाइक 2 hours, इट्स गोना बी अ मतलब
what Marvel is great at, no? Marvel is great at hiding information in the trailers.
Yeah.
And also great at showing you the wrong thing in the trailer.
Infinity War में they showed Hulk.
Yeah.
Hulk, and it was supposed to be the the Hulk Buster suit, right?
Yeah.
So that. Then in Spider-Man No Way Home ka trailer,
they didn't show.
They removed Andrew and
they removed Andrew and Toby on the side. There was a moment in I think the Mexican or the Brazilian trailer
where the lizard gets hit.
Lizard is getting punched, kicked mid-air. But they removed the Spider-Man kicking lizard. They just show his head recoiling as if he got kicked by an invisible force.
Did you guys hear any? Did you guys hear any what Tom Holland does know, that he just spoils things for. Did you guys hear anything being spoiled from Tom Holland during the entire No Way Home promotion thingy? Because I have a very interesting story.
A little bit. There was one where so he says something and then realizes like, oh shit, I just spoiled something. Okay, yeah, I remember. The point where MJ is falling down.
Yeah.
That's the one you're talking about?
Yeah.
Is that the one you're talking about?
Yeah.
Okay, then I'll let you say it.
No. So basically, he's giving an interview just for the promotional tour, and the guy asks him about the scene where MJ is falling. And he just says that, okay, that scene was really incredibly done. The MJ was falling, and obviously I was not there.
Yeah, exactly.
And
I
was
like,
oh crap. And the same interview had an interview with Andrew a couple of weeks ago. And then he told him that Tom actually spoiled the movie for me without me knowing. And then Andrew was like, how the hell that happened? Then he narrated the entire story to him, and Andrew gave that laugh which is like running in memes right now.
Tom also did that na. Yahi the just trailer ke baare mein we just talked, where they showed Lizard getting hit and there was no one to hit Lizard. So they showed that trailer to the entire cast, and then they were like, who is hitting Lizard? ठीक है, तुम तो उधर हो. Who is hitting Lizard? And then Tom started laughing, and then Zendaya also started laughing. So that was also one thing where, everybody knew that there is something coming and these guys are not just talking about it. So that was also one incident.
Poor Tom, poor Tom.
I guess. Marvel should introduce a character called Invisible Man. Okay?
So that they can justify
everything in every trailer, dude. That is so sorted.
या कौन था Invisible Man था वही कर रहा है
Genius.
सब.
They can do a mini series, a 4-episode series on him, 20 minutes each, and that's it.
Hilarious.
Then they can use it anywhere, whenever they want.
That would actually be hilarious. That would be a hilarious inside joke at Marvel.
Yeah.
And like an inside joke with the fans, like this is our excuse for everything that happens in the trailer. That's very funny.
That's actually very interesting.
Yeah. What do you guys think about? So we talked about Jada Pinkett and Will Smith and the Chris Rock slap thing last week. A lot of it last week. What do you guys think about Jada coming out saying, "K, I didn't really want Will Smith to slap Chris Rock"?
So this.
But I said exactly that. If you remember, that was my theory also. That Jada was just like her rolling.
She did
of
not
the eye
know
was
what
like
happened.
That moxie kind of thing. Yeah. And then he went on stage. She thought he's also still gonna go joke. And then while he's coming back, also she thought he's still joking because she's laughing. And then this guy starts shouting.
At this point, I think Will is just gonna give up on Jada. Like, भाई, मेरे से नहीं हो रहा है. मैं जो करता है exactly. मतलब मैं तो हंस रहा था पहले, ठीक है. मेरे को तो funny लगा वो. And then तेरी शक्ल देख के.
Will must be saying, यार मैं कुछ करूं तो भी प्रॉब्लम
नहीं करूं तो भी प्रॉब्लम.
इसके अलग रिलेशनशिप कॉम्प्लिकेशंस चल रहे हैं.
Yeah, for me it's just the story keeps on getting better and better and better, and I'm like, cool, great. I mean, just keep it going. Just कर लो इसी पे. Anyways, Will has resigned from the academy. Keep giving out teasers just like this. Make a movie on this only. And
also
these
that
two.
guy, what's his name? August, the guy, the entanglement guy.
Yeah. He says he's gonna release a book on.
Yeah, he's on a book deal about the affair. Just about the affair.
Just about the affair. He's gonna write the entire book.
That guy's music career. Nobody gives a shit about his music career. He's writing a book about his affair. Wow.
Yeah, good marketing.
It's just getting worse for Will.
Yeah.
It is getting worse.
बस वो downhill ही जा रहा है.
He's losing goodwill. Yeah, dude. The poor guy was on the top of the world.
Now he's having bad will.
Yeah, bad will. Yeah.
Now he's hit rock bottom.
Yeah, every day he just wakes up and he's like, आज मेरी बीवी ने कुछ ना किया.
Like घर का बेदी लंका type.
God, man. What a thing. So yeah, let's see. Do you think, I don't know, this is just pure speculation, guys. There's no news about this, okay? This pure speculation. Do you think Will Smith and Jada end up separating at some point? Or do you think they're gonna stick it out?
I don't know, man. They've had a roller coaster of a life anyways, throughout the entire thing. And now it's just another downslope. And I don't know. I completely, I don't understand what's happening with them. Every now and then you hear some news which is completely unrelated to what has happened in the past, and it's a new thing coming into the picture.
So now there are videos resurfacing where they are showing kaise Jada has been bullying Will. So we recently there's this video that came out where Jada was live, and with her fans, and then suddenly she goes to Will who's eating, and then she's like, say hi to the fans, and he's like, but bro, I'm eating. Like, but say hi na pehle. Uske baad khana khao.
Do you wanna like?
Say hi to bol hi sakta hai. She's right.
Do you guys wanna like place bets on this? The separation thing.
It's not a pool actually.
Rupees 10 ka pool, and then I up you by 20.
Yeah, exactly.
I mean, this is. We are. I don't know. We shouldn't actually.
Yeah, exactly.
थोड़ा सा mean हो रहा है बस.
I mean,
थोड़ा मर्यादा रखते हैं.
Actually, yeah, थोड़ी मर्यादा रखते हैं. Correct. Let's wish them a very happy marriage, and hopefully they go on.
Scope किधर है?
Who knows, man? Who knows? What if she slaps someone at the next awards? You don't know.
Yeah, and then what if Will Smith says that, okay, I did not
ask her to do that. And then he'll be like, hey, August, I don't think Will respects me anymore.
At least we're equal.
At least we'll be equal, yeah.
At least now we're equal. Right now you think, okay. Who do you think right now, because of the slap, has the upper hand in that relationship?
See,
August. Let's not. Why are we talking about this?
Because he signed a good book deal now.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, career growth तो एक ही बंदे का हुआ है.
वही ऊपर जा रहा है.
That's true. Actually. Then RRR, the movie RRR is out and has already broken box office records. I think the fastest to become the I think it was already the 5th highest grosser.
Yeah.
Last, like
day
4
before
days
yesterday.
back.
Yeah,
It made
my
ton
check.
of money, dude.
Yeah.
It has made ton of money.
What do you
Yeah.
think of it,
This-
Sparsh?
See,
So Sparsh is the only one of us who's seen it.
no, I have also seen it, but we have contrasting opinions about it.
So
Oh, really?
it was a
Okay.
Saturday morning. I woke up at 11 and my roommate was like, let's go watch a movie of 11:30.
Yeah, SS Rajamouli
And I'm
stands for
like-
Saturday, Sunday Rajamouli. That's when you go watch his movies.
Yeah, exactly. And I went to watch the movie and I'm like, kya dekhne aa gaya yaar main? I mean, it's fine. ठीक है. I understand the entire hyper exaggeration of the action sequences or any sequence for that matter. But the film was, I mean, I was completely blank throughout the entire thing. I could not really like find any story in the thing. Wo to anyways, I was not expecting it to be there. But see, I had expectations because it was a Rajamouli movie. Okay, so I was like, maybe he will not do it that bad. But when there's a scene when no there's-
Good का scope नहीं छोड़ा. That bad. Like bad होगी, that bad नहीं होगी.
हाँ तो मतलब थोड़ा disappointed होके जाना चाहिए ताकि तुम्हारी excitement level अच्छी हो वहाँ पे. So and there's a scene in the movie when NTR Jr. meets Alia Bhatt and it's the very end part of the movie, and post that everything is just chaotic. Anything is happening in the movie and I'm like, so these two Ramcharan and NTR Jr. are fighting all the
What do
people.
you mean? Like it's difficult to follow what's going on towards the end?
No, it's very easy to follow. That's the thing. I
Because
mean,
it's just fight
Oh.
sequences.
yeah, it's very
Oh, matlab
easy
it's
to
just-
follow. There's nothing to put your brain into. And I mean, they are fighting the bad guys. Ramcharan is on NTR Junior's shoulder, and then they are fighting.
Oh हाँ वो
the
थोड़ा
entire-
हाँ वो थोड़ा I agree.
But then, why do you think the movie works so well? Like, agar if it's crossed so much
I'll
See,
tell you.
box
I'll-
office,
I'll
that
tell
means
you.
people are rewatching it. People are rewatching it.
Yeah,
for
exactly.
sure. Enough people-
Even I could have watched again. So first of all, अगर राजामौली की movie है, so first of all story से तो क्या ही expectation he मतलब he literally picked up the Lion King का story and made Bahubali out of it.
Bahubali, exactly.
ठीक है पूरा The Lion King देख लो और बाहुबली देख लो, it's the same story. Anyway, coming to RRR. So I think the thing that worked for the movie was two huge stars coming together.
Yeah.
ठीक है मतलब like अगर अभी आप सलमान और शाहरुख को लेके एक मूवी बना लोगे तो वो कुछ भी हो, वो बस स्क्रीन पे हो, वो चल जाएगा.
Exactly.
People will watch. ठीक है. So that's the case when it comes to NTR, Junior NTR and
Ramcharan.
ठीक है. And see, each and every scene of the movie is larger than life.
Yeah.
ठीक है.
Okay.
VFX are great. I loved the VFX.
I also love
ठीक
the
है.
VFX.
उसके मतलब टाइगर was looking like a tiger. ऐसा नहीं था कि मतलब ऐसा कोई टॉय चलता हुआ दिख रहा है अपने को. नहीं. It was good. The action sequences are nice. Again, I know logic थोड़ा सा कम है, थोड़ा सा नहीं काफी कम है. But
God
then
you said that.
मतलब but then you know it's larger than life. So also what works in India is so रामचरण को उन्होंने actual राम से equate कर दिया for that matter in the movie. ठीक है. So there's this sequence in the movie where after this fight sequence जो
It's bad, dude. I mean, the fight sequence happens and Ramcharan is injured. NTR Jr. is like applying medicine on his wounds and all that stuff. And then he wraps an orange cloth around him. And then the fight sequence again begins. And Ramcharan is actually Bhagwan Ram. And he has bow and arrow and completely dressed. His hair is
Yeah, I saw
tied in that way.
That I saw, yeah. I saw that.
like,
I saw,
yeah.
I've seen that trailer also, no? That part,
Yeah. And I'm like, what the hell is happening, dude? And post that since Junior NTR's name in the movie is Bhim. So he's lifting up a bike and throwing it all around.
Okay, like the chakra. Like you put
Yeah.
the chariot. Yeah.
बहुत मतलब बहुत ही वो सीन्स हैं यार जो कभी नहीं हो सकते बट उन्होंने उसमें करे. एंड देन ऑल वो होता है ना विसल वर्दी सीन्स कहते हैं जिनको. हर सीन में सीटियां बज रही हैं फॉर दैट मैटर. जैसे हमारे बॉलीवुड में हीरो की एंट्री पे सीटियां बजती हैं, RRR के हर सीक्वेंस पे सीटी बज रही है.
So जब मैं गया देखने के लिए, everybody was quiet. So that's why I was like,
Why
I
you
could not
went to the wrong
I could not
theater
even.
then?
What time was the show you went to? What time?
11:30. No.
In the morning, Saturday morning, 11:30.
Yeah.
He expects people to whistle there.
Arey, still Ray.
I mean, 11:30 is not early, dude. 11:30 is fine.
11:30 is fine only.
Yeah.
But-
There are people who want to waste their entire Saturday. They want to do other mall shopping and whatever.
So even if I wanted to get into a kind of a build-up कि हाँ चलो cheer करते हैं, खुश होते हैं, I could not do that because I did not want to be the only guy doing that.
I went to Galaxy. Loved it.
I went to
Loved it. They were,
Getty Galaxy.
yeah. They were ऐसा throwing coins and
Popcorn.
dancing
Okay.
and popcorn.
Coins?
yeah, ऐसा
Wow.
जेब से चिल्लर निकाल के स्क्रीन की तरफ फेंक
Dude,
रहे हैं.
that's the worst. Like अगर dude like 10th row से कोई coin फेंक रहा है, first row को लगेगा dude.
Bro,
Exactly.
people got up and started dancing on this Natu Natu. Oh, by the way, that
The
Natu
dance
Natu
is good. The dance is great.
That Natu Natu in Hindi is Nacho Nacho.
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 And it's just weird because मैंने थिएटर में जाने से पहले I hadn't heard नाचो नाचो. I had always heard नाटो नाटो ये. तो वो थिएटर में बजा नाचो नाचो. I'm like नाटू नाटू किधर गया? And then they are like ये सारा हिंदी सारे गाने हिंदी में वो कर दिया.
I was listening to Nacho in the morning, dude.
So do you think the song works well in Hindi and in Telugu, or do you find one version better than the other?
नहीं, I guess it works. मतलब
It works in both the things. I guess they have done a good job in like translating the lyrics into Hindi as well, and it sounds almost the same. And it's very nacho nato.
हाँ, same है, चल जाता है.
It works.
भाई
But
one
nato means nacho in only, na? In
I'm
That
guessing.
I'm not
the word nato.
Yeah, because the sequence, the entire sequence is about
them
dancing only.
yeah.
So I think वही होगा, वही होना चाहिए. One normally क्या होता है, बहुत खराब translation कर देते हैं लोग.
हाँ, exactly.
उसमें किया था वो what's that song? Have you heard that song in Hindi?
So there's a Hindi version of
Which
this
one?
song?
Yeah, there's a Hindi version of this.
You have not heard this song?
I-
You
I-
haven't heard this song? You are living under
I don't know what
a
the
rock.
song
Under a
is.
rock. It's
Where's
from
it
Pushpa.
from?
It's from Pushpa.
Yeah.
Oh no, I haven't heard. I really haven't heard.
So this song in Hindi is super bad.
Okay.
Basically, it's bad. It's really bad.
Superbad is a good movie, by the way. Just say.
But the song is bad only. बहुत खराब. But I'm glad कि नाटू को खराब नहीं किया. It's
you
good.
can listen to it in both the languages, enjoy the same, be excited, dance a lot, and yeah, good.
But
enough.
one good thing that Multiverse of Madness and RRR are doing basically is getting people back to the theaters after COVID. A lot of movies, couldn't work and were not able to drag people back to theaters. But with RRR and
Yeah,
Multiverse of
That's
Madness,
true, man.
I think it's good for the
People
industry
go back.
altogether.
Also, No Way Home, dude. No Way Home helped.
No Way Home,
No
yes,
Way Home,
No Way
it
Home.
started off the slope, and
Yeah.
RRR
Yeah.
was like, because I went to watch the movie at 11:30 and the
Dude, I would say Gangubai also did really well. Gangubai
Yeah.
also would have helped theater goers to come back to the theater.
Yeah, maybe, because here the thing is ki RRR is anyways too much grandeur, bro. So you're like, everybody would be like, हाँ चलो ये तो देखना ही देखना है वाला scene. That's the reason why I went to watch it, dude.
How's Alia Bhatt in the movie?
In Gangubai or in RRR?
No,
in
in,
RRR. She has
RRR.
what, 2 or 3 scenes?
Yeah. Oh, by the way,
really?
she
Yeah.
is.
Ajay Devgan? Ajay Devgan also there, no?
Ajay
Ajay Devgan also is a very chota time ke liye
He
on
also
screen.
has like 2 or 3 scenes only.
But
Ajay Devgan I
the
liked.
impact. But
Yeah,
the
Ajay
impact.
Devgan I liked. He had a good
Lovely.
impact on the movie. He stick to the character, and he was good. Alia Bhatt she did not have that much to portray as a character. There was one scene which was kind of an elongated scene where she actually had to do a couple of stuff,
Yeah.
but it was
Where
very
she was
basic.
important to the story,
Yeah,
basically.
Okay.
Oh, by the way, Alia Bhatt ki character ka naam is Sita, and she is the fiance of Ram.
Ram.
Yeah,
Okay, wow.
a no-brainer.
And now we know that next week onwards, she will actually be a Sita and there will actually be a Ram in her
Yeah.
life.
Oh
Yeah.
God, that's such a okay. Yeah.
Yeah, it's finally happening. I mean, it's happening.
Ranbir and Alia, it's been announced that
It's been
they are
announced,
finally
like
married.
They're getting
officially.
married.
I mean, I don't know. That's what I've been reading, dude. There are ample rumors.
Yeah, exactly.
How can all the rumors be wrong?
See, to get Ranbir
But,
to commit.
it can
Take
be.
it.
So
or
finally,
to get someone else to commit to him. I think that's the bigger challenge.
yeah. So finally, I
Yeah.
mean, he's like fixing up deadlines. His marriage, the Brahmastra movie, all that stuff. Finally
Brahmastra has
he's
been
seeing
going.
dates.
I think the only thing that has been going on longer than COVID is Brahmastra.
Exactly.
वो खत्म ही नहीं हो रही है.
I think
It's
that was
releasing in
the
December, right?
condition to
The marriage also, yeah. They were like, जब तक ब्रह्मास्त्र खत्म नहीं होगी मैं शादी नहीं करूंगा.
हम शादी नहीं कर सकते. Yes, correct.
So it's a trilogy, no? So first part shadi, second part progress in life uske accordingly, and third part uske accordingly.
Wait, Brahmastra is going to be a trilogy, or?
Yeah, it's going to be a trilogy.
It's Brahmastra
dude, that
part
means
1.
what? It'll come out in the next 50 years or something.
Yeah. It's going to be
Okay.
there till
Oh, man.
eternity, dude.
21 years. Oh, cool. Crazy.
वो 100 years
But,
movie की तरह.
Talking about years, we actually have a movie called 100 Years, which was shot
yeah.
and filmed in 2015. It's
Written
scheduled.
by John Malkovich.
Yeah, it's written by John Malkovich, the old guy.
Written by only or produced by also?
No,
directed
written by John
someone else?
Malkovich. The director is called Robert Rodriguez. And Robert
Rodriguez, dude.
Yeah.
What? Dude, Robert Rodriguez is from Dusk Till Dawn. That Elder. No, what is that?
Robert Rodriguez, yeah.
Once Upon a Time in Mexico.
Oh, he
Dude.
made the movie? I did not know that.
Yeah, dude. He's very good friends with Quentin Tarantino, dude. They used to do like things together. Robert Rodriguez is awesome, dude. He's great.
Yeah, so he's
Dusk Till
coming up
Dawn
with
is a great
this.
movie.
He's coming up with this.
Machete, exactly, yeah. El Mariachi, Machete, Sin City, Desperado.
Oh, Sin City is
all
also
these,
him. Nice.
Yeah, dude. He's great. He's fantastic.
Then I do have expectation
go
with 100 Years, but since it's going to get released 100 years later, that is 2115. November 18, 2115 is the release date for 100 Years.
Yeah.
The director
that's
will not
insane.
be there. The writer
Because
will
I don't know
not
if you
be
guys
there.
can see this.
Yeah.
I don't know if you guys can see this, but there is so I'm on his filmography on Google right now on Robert Rodriguez's, and all his other movies are like 1995 and 2000 and 2007 and 2003 and 2005, and suddenly there's 2115 in the year 2115 movie release.
I'll one up Brahmastra all by myself.
Yeah.
This is like us telling our gal.
100 years, mein, you go to the 100 years Google page and it says 100 years is an upcoming.
Exactly. When I said that it's gonna come up, I think that's a wrong line because
it's not gonna come up in our lifetime, dude. That's insane.
So
21,
John
15?
Malkovich is not going to be there. Robert will not be there.
Yeah.
We will surely not be there. This is something that we will actually tell our grandchildren, that you have something to look forward to.
That's true. Yeah. I can imagine that. Yeah.
Insane.
Let's say a time capsule.
It's a time capsule,
right?
exactly.
But is the movie capturing the times of today? Is that what it's saying?
Yeah, so they released 3 teasers. One is about the past, one is about the future, and one is regarding the present. So I guess they'd be capturing what has happened like in the past when it comes to the current timeline that we are living in right now. The present till 2015, obviously. And then whatever they must have experimented with the future on the scripting part. So let's see how that turns out. The future.
What if it turns out that in 100 years?
The future is not
the
like
future
that.
generations.
Oh, no. The best
What if it
thing.
turns out that it...
Yeah, tell me.
Okay, what if it turns out that in 100 years, movies aren't a medium anymore? That people...
I was saying the same thing.
And also, what if it turns out that
what if you
whatever...
have to make it a TV show, right?
I have a better theory.
What if you used to make it into like a series of YouTube clips? Which like you have to cut the movie down into 5 minute chunks because that's all the attention span people have now.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's how you are.
I have a better
I
theory.
have no idea, man.
So
But,
if
that's
it
very
gets
ambitious
released...
and very crazy in a way. Yeah.
Yeah. So if it gets released into 2115, supposedly whatever has been shown in the movie turns out to be the truth. And John Malkovich would be like the time traveler who
theory.
wrote a movie
Like-
100 years ago about what has actually happened in 2115. That would be very interesting. It will be like
so the plot of the movie is... What is the plot of the movie? The plot of the movie is some point in the future.
they
Or
show...
the plot of the movie is to capture the today for the future.
No. So they also show, at least in the teaser, it's pretty evident that they also show the future, how the future is going to be. Yeah, that's the thing. Rest apart from that, I
our
don't know.
understanding of the future is going.
Yeah,
to be.
exactly. How our understanding of the future is going to be, or how John Malkovich has already seen the future and written down the script.
Abhi tak to all we've seen about the future is like flying cars and all that high tech and everything.
They'll be like, yeah.
ऐसा तो कुछ नहीं हो रहा है आज के टाइम में. अभी पेट्रोल बढ़ता ही जा रहा है.
So it was announced
Yeah.
So apparently the movie was announced in 2015
Hmm.
and it's been promoted with the tagline, "The movie you will never see."
You will never see, exactly.
Yeah, correct. Because nobody will be around to make it. But no, Robert Rodriguez will have to get it made now, right? Within his lifetime.
Yeah,
And then
exactly.
only it'll be released in 21-15.
Wait a
That's
second.
what you'll have to do.
Has
There's
the
no way
movie
to do it.
not been made yet? I'm not sure about that.
It started filming in 2015, right?
Or did it finish
It
filming in
doesn't
2015? I'm not too
say.
sure. The thing is कि they have already released 3 teasers, so they
I
must have
don't
shot something.
हाँ कुछ
Yeah, definitely shot
So,
something.
Yeah, exactly.
वो भी ये
Oh, the
सोच
movie
रहे
shot,
होंगे
that's what I'm
कि
saying. They must have been shot. अभी editing चल रही होगी.
हाँ, maybe.
So there will be some
Exactly.
people who've seen it actually. Yeah, right.
वो भी ये सोच रहे होंगे रिलीज कर देते हैं इन्होंने कौन सा देखने है आगे जाके क्या पता लग रहा है हमने सच बोला कि गलत बोला.
But this is actually a cool experiment to try. I mean, no one would be around, obviously. But then the people of that time, they'll get to know that a movie is releasing, which was actually made 100 years ago.
हाँ
They will actually get a
उस
better
time
picture
का
of
hype
what
कितना होगा.
exactly. They'll get a better
Correct.
picture of what life was
Talking
like.
about
Yeah.
talking about actors whose legacies will go on. You guys both saw Sharma Ji Namkeen, if I'm not wrong, right?
He has seen it. I've not seen it.
I have seen it, yes.
You've seen it.
Yeah.
What my understanding of the movie is that so Sharma Ji Namkeen was famously Rishi Kapoor's last film, right? But he
Yes.
died or he passed away during the shooting of the film.
Yes.
Yeah.
So what they had to do was they're thinking of different ways
Yeah.
of how they can complete the movie with Rishi Kapoor's character without having to take the character out of the film and
Yeah.
reshooting the entire thing. So they had tried. So I saw this video of Ranbir saying,
Yeah.
we tried everything. We tried to do me in motion capture or
Yeah.
like me
With prosthetics.
with prosthetics and all etc. So nothing was working out. So what they ended up doing was they just got Paresh Rawal, another highly
Yeah.
accomplished actor, to do the same character in the scenes that were remaining.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So basically, in one movie, the same character, Sharma Ji, is played by two different actors. In like from scene to scene, it could be different.
हाँ,
right?
yes.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Like सुबह उठे bed में तो ऋषि कपूर थे, or when going out of the house, it is now Paresh Rawal.
Yes.
It can be literally just that.
It is that.
So what do you think of that, man? How was that?
I think
that
it was
jarring?
lovely.
How was the movie good?
I think it was lovely. And the best part about it was कि परेश रावल ने इतना जबरदस्त पकड़ा है कैरेक्टर कि वो शिफ्ट पता नहीं लग रहा है. वो कैरेक्टर मतलब दोनों इतने लाजवाब एक्टर हैं कि वो कैरेक्टर ही लग रहे हैं. मतलब आई कैन नॉट डिस्टिंग्विश बिटवीन ऋषि कपूर एंड परेश रावल. आई नो दैट इट्स शर्मा जी ओनली. And that's, I think, the most amazing part of both of them playing this
The
character.
same role, exactly.
Yeah. And it's a super cute movie, yaar. It's a light-hearted, fun, super cute movie with all the legends, with literally all the legends, where Juhi Chawla is there and Rishi Kapoor, obviously, Paresh Rawal is there, and new kids on the block, Suhail Nayyar and Taruk, and they've also done a fabulous job. They play Sharma ji ke bete, basically.
Okay.
And they've also done a
Sharma ji के बेटे.
must be good in exams.
बहुत ज्यादा ही उन पे
Yeah.
प्रेशर होगा.
करेक्ट है. लोग क्या शर्मा जी क्या बोलेंगे इसमें दुनिया शर्मा जी के बारे में बात करेंगे.
Exactly.
So I think that brings us to the end of all the stuff that we want to talk about. There are some other things like there's a news story about Elon Musk buying Twitter,
Yeah.
which is okay, fine, he can do it. So take it, do it, man. You goddamn billionaire. That brings us to the end of this part of the episode, and let's come back after the short break with some great recommendations for you guys.
A wise man once said, "Traveling, it makes you speechless, then turns you into a storyteller."
Well, listen to such travel stories and experiences exploring India on the Musafir Stories with us, Saif and Faiza.
Catch us on the IVM website, app, or wherever you get your podcasts from.
So here we're back, and Sparsh, let's start with your recommendation first.
So my recommendation for this episode would be the last episode of Attack on Titan season 4 part 2. There's a sequence in that particular episode which is related to all the colossal titans that Eren has actually thrown out into the world.
Jawab, dude.
And
मजे ही आ गए, मजे ही आ
it's
गए.
a scene that I've been waiting to get animated
Chills.
so badly, and they have done they have done so good with the entire sequence. It's beautiful, it's horrifying, it's brutal. And if you guys haven't seen the AOT last episode, season finale,
each episode of this season has been epic, dude.
Yeah, exactly.
Of this last stretch of the season of Attack on Titan. I actually did recommend a month back or something. I recommended till like the second or third episode of this season was out.
Yeah, exactly.
And I was blown away then. And exactly. So, dude, every episode has been epic. I don't know how they managed to do this.
Mappa has been doing a real good job. With every episode, they are increasing the animations, like the level of animation,
Fabulous.
The level of how they have actually taken the same simple things from the manga and actually replicated it in such a beautiful way in the animated series.
So good, man.
Yeah, I would have also recommended.
Really, I cannot recommend Attack on Titan enough.
Exactly, dude.
Really, I cannot.
It's the love of my life.
It is.
So
it's
my
one of the finest shows I've ever seen.
Yeah. So my recommendation would be to go and watch the last episode of AOT season 4 part 2.
Yeah, if you're starting from the beginning, start
see
now.
the entire thing. Exactly.
Yeah. But if you by chance not caught up in the last episode or last couple of episodes,
you should
please do catch up because it's fabulous. Let's start with mine. My recommendation is another animated show, but inspired from anime, but not Japanese anime. This is an American animated show called The Legend of Korra.
Okay.
It's the sequel series to Avatar: The Last Airbender. Have you guys?
I've
seen either of these shows?
Yeah, I've
seen Avatar: The Last Airbender.
Yeah.
So The Legend of Korra is the sequel show. Basically follows the next Avatar, who is Korra.
Okay.
That one was Aang, right? Aang
is
the previous Avatar: Last Airbender. Avatar: The Last Airbender, firstly, one of the best anime shows ever. Okay, it's right up there with Batman the Animated Series and Cowboy Bebop and what have you. Okay. Legend of Korra is great also. There are some parts where it falters a little bit in comparison to The Last Airbender. But dude, it is so well thought out. And the world has moved. So it's basically, as I said, the next Avatar after Aang, after Aang's death.
Yeah.
How the Avatar system works is that there are 4 nations that exist.
Okay.
The air nomads, the fire nation, the earth kingdom, and the water kingdom.
Okay.
Every year, every Avatar cycle, there is the Avatar basically is a person who can use all the 4 elements, who can bend all the 4 elements, which is earth, fire, water, air.
Yeah.
Okay. And every once one Avatar dies, he is then born or reincarnated in another nation. So and it's cyclical. So like अगर एक बार air nomad हो गया तो अगला बार water kingdom में ही होएगा. उसके बाद अगला fire में ही होएगा. उसके बाद fire के बाद अगला earth में ही होएगा. But the point of the Avatar is to bring the world together, bring all the kingdoms together. That's the point that's the Avatar's role in this world. Okay. And so this time it's Korra, who's like this young woman. And the show is awesome. There's like a sports arena where they made a sport out of bending, out of air, water, and earth bending.
Okay.
Out of fire, water, and earth bending. They made a sport out of it. And there are more earthbenders that exist in this world. And it's a world with new problems. It's a new, there's more technology around. And amazing, dude. It's so well thought out, so well done. The action sequences, though, already, if you remember from Avatar last time, some of the best action sequences ever put to animation. And Legend of Korra just steps up the ante in the animation department. Fabulous show. Please go check it out. Yeah.
Definitely will do, man. I loved The Last Airbender and I did not know that it had a sequel. And thanks for giving me out this recommendation. I'm definitely going to watch this.
Yeah, absolutely. Check it out, dude. It's a great sequel show. Like one of the finest. Like a whole, it's like only not that many episodes. There are like 4 seasons, but not that many episodes. There's about 10 episodes per season. So 12 episodes per season, something like that. Check it out. What about you, Snayhil?
I will actually have 2 recommendations. One would be for the local audience who are in Mumbai and they can go and watch a play at Royal Opera House. So they are performing Julius Caesar at Royal Opera House. You can check the dates and the timings on Book My Show, I guess. And I have watched it pehle and I'm gonna go again. It's amazing. Anyone who's listening to this and is free or can make time
Okay.
on those dates should definitely go and watch it. It's totally worth it. And
By the way, let me know when you're going next. I'll come.
100%. I'm gonna go on in the first week of May, and I'm gonna
Perfect.
110% I'm gonna take you. Second recommendation जो सारे access कर सकते हैं, that would be Dasvi. अभिषेक बच्चन की मूवी रिलीज हुई है 7th April को, and like it's हर बारी ऐसा नहीं होता that you can say that Abhishek Bachchan has killed it in the movie.
Okay.
Like I loved his performance. Like so I think these two recommendations. अगर आप मुंबई में हो,
What's the movie about? What's Dasvi about?
Dasvi is about a politician who's basically not educated enough, and he's gonna
Oh, I know this.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah,
I
he
know
goes
it.
to
So
jail,
basically-
right?
yeah, and he
decides
goes to jail,
Okay.
and then
Okay.
he वहाँ पे there's this
Female
thing,
officer.
female
Yeah.
officer who wants who tells him कि तू पढ़ा लिखा तो है नहीं, and then he is like कि मैं 10th तो पास करके ही दिखाऊंगा, and then he studies, and then he clears, मतलब वो तो it is for you to watch कि
What happens?
yeah, exactly what happens, and then he appears for his मतलब
Exam.
वो उसकी preparation की पूरी journey है, and how his politics is also going on side by side, and how he is in the jail, and how it is for him who's always been this politician wise, he always has people around him to do his work, nobody can question him and stuff like that, and suddenly now he has to have a journey of his own where he has to study and appear for his exams. तो वो चीज कैसे वो बैलेंस करता है, कैसे चल रहा है, हिज एक्सेंट फॉर दैट मैटर बहुत जगहों पे बिलीवेबल है, एंड I think Yami has also done a superb job, and
Yami is the female officer, right?
Yeah, Yami is the female officer, and she's also done a beautiful job. His wife, the actress who's playing his wife, I can't remember her name. She has also done a fab job. She also stands out in the movie. But star of the movie, Abhishek Bachchan, I think you should definitely watch the movie for him, and of course the play.
All right.
Perfect.
Okay. Awesome. Is it in theaters, this movie, or where is it?
No, it's on Netflix.
Okay, cool. Go check it out on Netflix, guys. And that brings us to the end of this episode. We talked about a lot of fun stuff going on in pop culture, like rumors about the Multiverse of Madness, the Moonknight TV show, RRR by SS Rajamouli. And yeah, thank you for tuning in. We'll see you again next week. Until then, bye-bye.
Hey, it's been another great week on the IVM Podcast Network. On Cyrus Says It's Cock and Bull, Cyrus, Kajol, Naren, and Antariksh discuss the meat ban in Delhi and UP and the controversial sociology textbook that outlines the merits of dowry. On IVM Likes, Zalak, Antariksh, and Snayhil discuss this year's Oscars and Grammys. On Press Decode, Sarah, Vagda, and Prafula take a look at Russia's alleged war crimes in Bucha. On The Fighting Goat, Arjun and Sumesh observe how the MMA market has changed since 2003. And on Postcards from Nowhere, Utsav takes us from Udupi in Karnataka to Madurai in Tamil Nadu. We dive into the fascinating history of the dosa, its origins, and its evolution. Do follow us on social media. We're IVM Podcast on Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, and LinkedIn. And remember, if you're enjoying this show or any of our other shows for that matter, please do tell a friend. Also, don't forget to rate us on any of the platforms you're listening to us on, including the one you're listening to us on now. And also, please do check us out on YouTube. We have a number of channels. They're all available on ivmpodcast.com/YouTube. We're also doing a small listener survey to help us understand you, the listener, better, and how you like our shows, how you respond to the advertising, and so on. We'd really appreciate it if you could spare a few minutes to fill it out. It's at ivmpodcast.com/survey. And finally, we'd like to thank our sponsors on the network this week, SBI Life Insurance, India Water Portal, and Jupiter, a digital banking app. Thank you so much for making this possible.
Are you looking for finance products and services that can enhance your personal finance experience? Are you looking for a space to talk about your financial product or service? And are you looking for a crisp talk show where the conversation is all about money? Well, your search ends here. Hi, my name is Anupam Gupta and I'm host of the Paisa Paisa podcast, and I invite you for the conversation about your personal finance on each Monday on the IVM Podcast app or the website or on any podcast streaming platforms. See you folks.